Ella, welcome. Hi, Mike. So I sent our call link to some people that I met today on another Zoom. Is it Mike or Mikey? How do I say your name? So sorry.
No problem. I appreciate Maike. It's the
Where are
pronunciation.
you from? Is it Germany?
It's Germany.
Wow. So you asked about Pace's group, right?
Yeah, that's true. So thank you so much
So
for inviting and giving me the chance to hop on this call.
no problem. So this is a call that we have with Sergio, who is the host here. He is actually in Pace's group. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot it to him.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Thank
Welcome,
you.
guys. Showing up today. I am here to talk about things, answer any questions that you guys have, see how we could help each other, what it is that I could do for you guys, and see if maybe you guys are able to assist me and also things I got going on. So once again, I really appreciate you guys hopping on here.
So basically, Pace's group, I don't know how familiar or if you've seen any ads that he did. So it's not a mentorship program. It's very much like a community. And if you join, then there are, as I mentioned to you in the chat, that he doesn't just teach. So his group is called SubTo Community. It is compared to other groups. Other groups may just teach on strategies. But Pace is like a university, like from A to Z, from kindergarten per se. He has a lot of different courses for different types of asset, different type of dispo strategy. Sergio, correct me if I'm wrong. So there is a Gator program that is because within SubTo there are mini community as well. There's Gator, which is for primarily you being a connector. So you have someone who can fundraise. This can be done anywhere in the world. This is not just for the States. If anyone is interested in joining, the strategy works anywhere. If you wanted to invest in the state, you don't have to be the US citizen. We can help you out on that part as well. But Gator, it's more like a connector where, let's say, have a project needs funding, then you would need money, and you might use someone who has money, private money lender. Then you connect me to the lender, and then you are being called the gator, and you can make money just from being the connector.
Yes, hold on. Just before you give some confusion here. So the Gator community is people who are dealing with funds. So they are the private money lenders, the private money partners, capital raisers, all that kind of stuff. So that Gator community is everything to do with money, funding, and all that stuff. So it's not necessarily connectors. Anybody can be a connector in any of the communities, but Gator, just to make it easier, if you hear of anybody who is part of a Gator community, it's money, dollar signs. That's what they deal with. They don't deal with structuring deals. They don't underwrite anything. It's about putting you with a lender who wants either they are or they work with. So that is what the Gator community is. I'll let you keep going on that one.
So that's pretty much about the Gator. But the main program is the SubTo community where you learn all the different strategies, learn different asset type, even if it's like single family home, what you do with a single family home, right? Because it depends on the neighborhood that you purchase a single family home. Because you can be thinking about Airbnb, that is a strategy. But then if you ended up purchasing a single family home in a neighborhood with HOA, which is very common in the States, then that might not be the best idea. Then if you come in thinking that every single family home can be an Airbnb, then you're doomed. So it's best that you learn different strategies and then you go into buying different asset type and then consider what's around the house or the home, and then you put the different strategy types into it. So that's called dispo strategies. And then also Pace is famous for creative financing. So you don't need to have any credit. So we can help you. That's why we're called also, our brand is also called No Credit Needed, because you don't actually need to have credit to invest in the States. And if you are in Pace's community, one of the biggest advantage is that within the community, let's say you got a house today under contract, you can just put it in the group chat or Zoom. Paces has so many Zoom calls every single day. You connect with people, and most of the time, people in the community would buy from you. So you don't have to be buying a house and then go outside of the community and search. Same goes for funds or proof of funds. If your deal is good enough, you can actually submit to PACE, and PACE could help you out on proof of funds. And a lot of private money lender is also within the community, so that makes it so much easier for anyone to make deals in the States. Obviously, if you want to make deals outside the States, then you want to make sure that the deal is structured correctly, right? I hope I answered most of the questions, but feel free to ask. Feel free to unmute yourself. This is an open platform, so we're very casual here.
Thanks, Benny.
I really
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Go
Thanks
ahead.
for running through that. I am actually familiar with Pace and I've been on a call with him before. I think I joined the SubTo, or maybe I didn't join the community, but I bought his version of PropStream deal. I used it for maybe a month.
Actually, good software, right?
It was really good. So I'm familiar with that. I think for me, I'm hoping maybe you guys can weigh in on this. I asked a question today, Minnie, and I feel like I feel like the guy didn't really answer it well. My question was about what do LP look at when they're looking at a deal and they're looking at the financials? What does an LP that stands out as the green flags and as the red flags?
I'll just fill you in a little bit, Sergio. So I met Ella in this Zoom with a capital raiser today. So she owns, you purchased a hotel just now, right? Because I'm a hotelier. So I'm
I
so
want
glad.
to purchase it. I've been in talks with the owners and I've been in talks with a few different investors for capital. So I'm going to be the GP and I'm looking for an LP partner.
And you're in Caribbean, am I right?
Yes, I'm in St. Lucia.
Oh, sorry,
pass.
that's a question. When you say LP, what are you referring to?
A limited partner wants someone who is more of a silent partner, more of a passive investor, and then I'll run it. And it already has a management team in place and things. It just needs to be a bit more efficient. So I'll be the general partner. They'll be the limited partner.
And why an LP
Rather than a PM. What's a PM?
private money partner?
Is that not the same thing?
You were talking about a silent partner. Private money partner is somebody who's actually in the deal, who wants to be involved. But the good thing about the community, there's a lot of PMPs who necessarily don't even care what the deal is. Just essentially it makes sense to them. If it cash flow, every deal is different. But what I'm trying to say is that you will come across a lot of private money partners who aren't necessarily a silent money partner. They just want to just give you the funds and you do it, whatever it is, what you want to do with it. I'm not too familiar with the term of LP. I've actually surprisingly never heard that one. But to understand your question more, what is it exactly that you're trying to get out of we're going to say private money partner?
Basically, I just want capital to be able to acquire the asset, get it under my control, force the value upward, raise the NOI, and then I want to pay them out I want to be able to pay them out within under 5 years when I refinance, but I'll probably keep them on a little while longer just to build that relationship. Just want to be able to acquire the asset.
Yes.
Really.
Is
Yeah.
this your
And
first
then,
one?
yes, it is of this size.
So this is why I would force you to lean towards a private money partner who has done one already, who has the experience and is able to bring the capital to the deal. So what you're trying to do is your main goal is to present them a good deal that is structured properly, one that all the numbers make sense, so that when they partner with you, right, you're trying to convince them enough to say, hey, I have this deal. I know it's going to cash flow, but right now I don't have the capital. I just need the capital, and just have your experience that you've been doing this to also not hold my hand, but to also just shadow me and let me piggyback off of exactly what it is I need to do. They will underwrite the deal with you. They will look it over. They'll tell you if it works, if it doesn't work. And honestly, most of the time, if everything hits the numbers and it's cash flowing, like you say, it's going to cash flow, they will stay on. So it doesn't even matter how long the balloon term is. We're talking about a 5-year balloon, right? They will just continue and just reinvest the money back into you. They won't even ask for the money. They're just going to want to put it back in. Your main thing right now is just understanding that I'm not saying you're not capable of doing it, but it's just unfortunately a lot of lenders, when they don't know who it is they're lending to, they're going to ask for credibility. They're going to want to know is what have you done? You knowing that this is your first one, you just have to put it out there and say, hey, listen, I know I haven't done it, but I'm willing to show you what I'm able to do. This is what I drafted up. These are where the numbers are going to be and where I expect them to hit. Can somebody fund me on this? And you will have I know you said you're not part of the SubTo community. but I'd be more than happy to have this blasted on the community that I'm in. And you will be surprised with the amount of people who are offering and willing to partner on with you just to educate you. People in this
Yeah.
community are phenomenal. It's honestly a blessing. I am so surprised and shocked with how many people genuinely just want to help. They don't even care about the end. They don't care about the money. It's always about wanting to help, especially newcomers. So if you're interested in something like me just helping you get in front of someone, I can promise you that you just write this out for me, like a sales pitch presentation.
I've created an OM. I have my
Perfect.
offering memorandum and I think it's good. I guess my hesitation is like, and I've got a few people on the hook looking forward to seeing the OM ready to go. And I feel like because I've never done this before, I am not totally sure. And I guess a quick chat GP query could answer it, but that's what I'm thinking, right? I feel like I want a human being to tell me, well, they want to know what cash on cash is. They want to know ARR. They want to know ADR. I want to know that I have all of those metrics in place so that when potential investor looks at it, they can decide right away, this is worth my time
Have
or
you
not.
underwritten before?
Yes.
What kind of project is this? You said it's a hotel, right?
It's a boutique hotel. It's a Class B product.
And is up and running currently or not at all?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
And you said that you have the NOI, you have all the documents, numbers, all that stuff sent to you?
I have the financials for 2025 and I have some financials. I have like metrics for 20. And then because I'm in a different market, right? I'm in an emerging market in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
The Caribbean runs nothing like the US, nothing.
Yeah.
It is the Wild West out here. So they want me to show them an LOI, which we call the OTP here. It's the same thing. They want me to submit that before they share all of the numbers. So
Have you signed an NDA?
yes.
And they won't send you the financials with an NDA?
Right?
That's
It's
not normal.
annoying. No, it's not. And real estate down here, like, nothing about it is normal. Nothing.
An
I'm
NDA right away
licensed.
should give you the green light for any financials. That's what an NDA is for.
Yeah.
It's to protect them. So an
Yeah.
LOI makes no sense. And you can go back and counter with letting them know that you will not submit an LOI, nor do you feel comfortable submitting an LOI without underwriting the deal. You don't want to be wasting your time, as your time is money. And for you to waste your time on submitting an LOI without knowing the financials, you're gambling. And that's not how you operate. You're not willing to gamble on something that you don't know whether it's going to work out or not. You need, and this is why we sign an NDA, you need financials for you to be able to underwrite the property and see if the numbers work. Because from there, you will then present it to a buyer or a lender, as you want to keep this, and say, hey, this is what it is. Are you able to fund this, or can we make this work? They give you a yes or no answer. The second they give you a yes, then that's when you submit an LOI. It doesn't make sense for them to ask you for an LOI. That's just working backwards.
Yeah.
To me, that's just wasting my time. I wouldn't even do it. Right?
Yeah.
That is frustrating if that's what they need. I would really try hard to push them. Maybe they are not taking you serious enough. And maybe if you just let them know, listen, I do this a lot and I've never had it where someone's not able to give me the financials. And for me to get to the next step, which is submitting the LOI, and this is what I want to do. It's not that I'm trying to avoid it, but unfortunately, I need to make sure what the numbers are. An LOI is showing it's a letter of intent. You are interested in the property. How are you supposed to give them an offer without knowing the numbers? It just doesn't make sense to me. An LOI, on that LOI, you are literally writing your offer of what you are intended to give. You cannot, you're just gambling. Who's to say that you're going to offer 5 million on an LOI, write the numbers, and then figure out that the property is only worth half of that? Then what? Are you going to submit a new one? No.
This market is tough. Like, it gets worse. There's no cap rates. There's no comps. We don't have access like a lot of things here. There's no MLS. Like, it really just looking at how the property is today. And that's quite normal for the market. Like, it's actually wild. It is wild. But I think what I've taken from your response is that I really do have to get the numbers. Like, I'm not going to get an investor without even seeing the numbers. And especially, like, why bother writing an LOI when, you know, I can have all the intentions in the world, but it doesn't matter if I don't know what the financials are.
It's like buying a car without going to see it. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Like, they want you to show up, but they want you to buy the car without you coming to test drive it first.
I definitely sold homes sight unseen before, so maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
I understand.
Yeah.
It's gonna help, Ella, where I'm able to maybe get on a call with them and speak to the agent or seller like myself. I can definitely try and help you out with that to see if we can get the numbers out from them and just explain to them. I can even act as the lender for you and explain to them that you have reached out to me and you're looking for a lender on this and I'm interested, but unfortunately I need these numbers for me in order to provide you with the funds and see if that
I'm gonna
helps.
take you up on that. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll send my number to her, give her my contact information. I'll even send you my Blink. I think I already sent it over. But yeah, my information is on there. You can either text me or send me a WhatsApp message, whatever it is that works better for you. And yeah, if I can help you out on that.
Okay. So
Yeah, Ella, you can ping me on WhatsApp and I'll share Sergio's WhatsApp with you. And just a note, if you don't know the NOI, you don't know whether it's cash flowing. It's just me saying it's cash flowing, right? So it's like he says, on what ground would your investor believe in you? And then on what ground, if it's not in black and white on an audited statement, right? Like how on earth, like, how can I verify the information, right? Because I'm not
right.
gonna submit an LOI. You're holding me accountable, like you submitted it, but then you're telling me that that's property is actually, you told me the property is cash flowing from day one. But then apparently, because if you know NOI, right, there's
Mhm.
debt, there's mortgage or whatsoever, there's loan, it's not under the NOI. So what if they didn't tell you any of that, right? So you need to know what you're getting yourself into. You gotta tell them, just like
Yeah.
no go. Yeah.
See that it completely undermines my position as a buyer and it essentially kind of themselves in the foot by insisting on an LOI and putting the cart before the horse. It doesn't make sense. I see that
Where is
clearly
this?
now. Where is it? It's in St. Lucia. It's in Soufriere, St. Lucia, overlooking the Pitons.
And this is where you are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just asking, I'm not being curious. And you're saying this is a good deal. Why?
So when I look at it now, I see their asking price is 11.4 and they revenues last year were just over 3 million. So their NOI is 2 million.
Sorry, you said they're asking how much? 11.4?
Yes.
Okay. And their NOI is what?
2 point, and this is US dollars. But the minute I add my debt service in, like they don't under 500,000 on it. But when for me, like their number's good, but when I add debt service in, and they have said that they'll do seller financing, but I've also found a lender who will do your loan at six. Like I don't know, a minute, it's like, what's that face? What does that mean? What are you thinking?
How many doors is this? 31, you said?
Yes.
And this is, you said it's a hotel, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How much roughly they're making a month per door? Did they give you that? Or did
I
they
do. They did on a sec. Put it up.
I'll just do really quick math for you and I'll tell you how much a property's worth.
Okay.
Some today or when I have time this weekend, I'll actually send you an Excel sheet for you to use. You can just plug in the numbers and you can see and verify yourself if the numbers work out. And it'll even tell you what you can offer and what you should offer. If you're familiar with cap rate and how it works, ideally investors don't want to look or even waste your time touching anything under 10%. 8% is rare. Some might, depending on whatever the value add is, but 10 is the number to try to work around. So I'll definitely send this over to you and then you can punch in the numbers. I just have to kind of look the files, but I should have the
I brought up revenue breakdown. What was your question again?
what they make per door.
Okay.
Or if you tell me what they make
Is that
monthly,
RevPAR?
what do they make monthly?
So we have a seasonality
That's
factor.
okay. That's okay. I'll just take an average.
The average rate 423, or sorry, their average rate 368 is the average nightly rate.
That's a rough part, I think. I love that we're talking hotel jargon here.
I'm so new at the hotel jargon, so I'm not comfortable with the RevPAR lingo, but yeah, room revenue, available room. So that's at 220, but the average nightly rate is the 368. And you asked why I want to buy it. So I did a tour and the property is nice. It's in an area where there is very limited, like no one is going to build an asset like this. The world is kind of going a bit nuts. And I have a real estate firm here and a lot of clients, like I'm getting a lot of leads from Americans and Canadians and people from the UK, get here, get me a house there. We have a lot of vacationers here. So anyway, this is like an asset that's easily replicatable. And also their food and beverage department is completely underperforming, the same as their spa. So right now, they're making their money just on the rooms. And their second income source is organizing tours for people. And the plan that they have right now is to add 9 more suites in 2026. but they have no plans for the restaurant or the bar or the spa. They aren't using any influencers. They don't host any kinds of retreat or wellness groups. They don't do anything special at all. And that's where I think I can get that NOI up significantly.
It makes sense. Sure. And are you willing, sorry, you said that you're going to be operating yourself? Like you're going to run?
Yes, my husband and I will run it. Yeah. Well, there is a GM there. I don't know them. I've never met them. They seem to be doing an okay job. But I know that my husband and I actually have hospitality experience, whereas the current owners do not.
Well, the GM is not really doing its job, right? If the FMB is under, I mean, FMB is literally the department that is making money, the bread and butter,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
And also the spa. So she's definitely not looking at the spreadsheet.
Yeah. I think the GM basically does whatever the owners tell him to. I don't think he's empowered to make his own decisions. I think the owners really run the show, which I don't know. They base everything just off the numbers. They don't base it off of the hospitality industry or off of anything like that.
Okay. So if are accurate on what you're saying, I don't believe it for one, because this is really high. It would just say, like, just in really quick math, it's at 20%. That is unheard of. So there are some hidden costs that they're not disclosing. So again, there are things that people don't disclose, and this is a red flag as to why they're probably not giving you the financials. Because with the numbers that they gave you and they provided you, for someone like myself who just underwrote what they're able to give, which is the obvious, a 20% cap rate, yeah, this is a brainer. Damn right, I would pay for that. It just flows like crazy. And that's just as is, how is, right? So why are they selling? So that me having a cap rate just off of that already makes me ask a lot of questions, which makes me want to dig deeper into the financials. So I would very get these numbers for you. So if it works out, I mean, this is a great deal. And I definitely will have people that will fund this whole entire project for you. If this is, I will have somebody fund this tomorrow. That's how good these numbers are. Oh,
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
Let's cross our fingers and hope that's what it is, because if it is, you just scored yourself a really good deal. But now let's try and actually underwrite this and get the actual numbers before you try and present this or put this in front of a potential investor or buyer.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do, especially, is go in at it telling an investor, say, hey, I have this at 20% cap rate. They're all freaking going crazy thinking, wow, no problem. And then when it comes to actually underwriting the deal, it comes back to them and they're only at 6%. Then they're going to look at you, what the heck? What does that do? That just causes conflict between you and the investor. Good luck trying to make another deal with them in the future.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to protect yourself, not just for this deal, but it's one for the future. You always want to create good relationships with private money partners, investors, buyers, all that kind of stuff, because you are trying to, like you said, you're trying to build a reputation yourself. You're a brand that you're trying to put in front of people.
Yeah, this is helpful. Thank you.
No problem.
Connect with you, Ella, after.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
I'm messaging you now, Minnie.
Yeah, and then so send me the Excel and I can forward it to you, and then you can, make it with the seller if they wanted to, if they're, speak with a lender, just to give them some pressure, right? And some credibility that you're actually in it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
There's somebody else on here that was wanting to ask a question.
It was Mike is still here. I don't know. He was asking about the SubTo question.
Okay.
Hey, Mikey. I know it's late for you in Germany.
You're good. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you for asking. I really appreciate being on this call and to know you more and to get to know more about real estate. I'm really new into it, so I think for now, just absorb all the information and get back with questions.
Awesome. Is there any questions that you do have for us that we can help you out with?
I think in the moment, I'm fine.
In the moment, you're good? Okay. Well, say this. Thank you for showing up today, and just understand, if you have any questions in the future, it doesn't have to be on this Zoom. We are more than happy to help you out, regardless of what the question is. We don't ever want anybody to feel uncomfortable thinking that a question is not good, or you'd be out of place or bothering us in that case. We are here to help you guys out. We're trying to make everything easy and accessible for everybody. I'm a part of a very good, solid community that I've paid and invested my time into it. And I'm here now to just pay that forward and give it to the people who, one, don't have access to it, or two, aren't just to have the time or the funds to be into it. This is why we're creating a community that is accessible to the public and to help everybody have the right knowledge without getting involved with the wrong people. Because as we see it happening now, There are a lot of people who give false information. They lead people on. They will bring you on and sell you on something that they don't even do themselves. At the end of the day, you go and find out that you're part of a scam. It's happening so often now, and we have to just be careful with who we get involved with and what we say to others. I've been involved in myself many times. I haven't learned my lesson 1 or 2 times. I had to do it 3 times in order for me to actually learn. But my goal is to make sure that nobody has that happen to them. And I'm here to guide you guys step by step if needed. Minnie as well, and our other partner, Jameer, who's not here. But we are honestly just trying to look out for everybody and answer any questions that you guys need. So from Germany, I really do appreciate you taking the time and coming in for this call. So just, yeah, feel free to ever message me or anything that you want. Just send me a message. Minnie will send you my Blink card, and you can add that.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Yeah,
No problem.
maybe really from scratch getting into the area, what are your recommendations for doing it? Because I got to know, at least here in Germany, there are different options, like making an official education to get into it, which is like for 2 or 3 years, while there are also like courses where you can just get it in some months and then just start with it. But if I want to go in real estate, I really want to build a good foundation for it, and at the same time, not too long and being just practical. Yeah, what are information about education and about get the right information then, although there are so many scammers on the market.
Yeah, so I'm going to make it as simple as possible for you with this answer. For one, you don't need a license to become a real estate. To get yourself involved in real estate whatsoever. Just as starting out, something that I would always recommend somebody to get involved with is something called wholesaling. What wholesaling does, it allows you to be put in front of agents, talking on the phone, get involved with sellers, also on the phone, door knocking, all that kind of stuff. These are all things that you don't need a license to do. This is free to everybody, and especially in the States, you can actually have anybody's record pulled. So there's public records of to anybody and everybody. So you can go as simple as, just trying to make this very easy for you to understand. You can go on a website called Zillow. Zillow is a real estate page that people have their properties listed on. You can literally just call these properties and become a wholesaler, meaning getting them X amount of dollars, and then you have that contract that you just got and present that to a buyer. So what a wholesaler necessarily would do is you would work under an investor like myself, business partners, people who are looking to buy properties. You will actually work for them and under them. And as a wholesaler, you are now being educated on numbers. You are being educated on markets, on what works, what doesn't work, fix and flips, all that kind of stuff. You are literally kind of in all of it. And your buyer will educate you on everything from the start of a project, meaning a deal, all the way to closing the deal, which is getting it through to, I don't want to confuse you on all these terms, but through the closing of escrow, TC, and closing all that kind of stuff. These are all things that you will be taught that we can teach you. They're not hard. So courses, we're offering all that. We're doing these Zooms weekly every Friday. We're going to try and do them more frequently, sometimes during the week, so that we can hop on to educate everybody. We will do specific courses that are specific to wholesale, and courses that are specific to fix and flips, capital raising, all these other things that you can essentially be a part of, and you get to pick and choose which one it is that fits better for your liking. You might not like wholesaling. Maybe you like dealing with capital raising, where you go and raise money for a deal because you don't like being on the phone with people. You don't like calling. You don't like negotiating. That's not for everybody. So maybe capital raising is something for you. Maybe you like numbers. If you like numbers, then you come into the TC. TC is coordinator. These are the people that actually do all the paperwork for the deals. So you can become somebody who likes to do numbers. You can be a transactional coordinator and learn how to underwrite deals. So let's say I'm a wholesaler in your TC. I'll send you a deal and you will underwrite it, run the numbers, and let me know if it either is a good deal or if it's not a good deal. Do we waste our time actually offering any avenues, I guess I should say, that you can participate in? It's just figuring out what fits best for you. Everybody is different. In Pace's group, like the SubTo community, he refers to these characters as avatars. So everybody has a different avatar, meaning their personality and what they are comfortable doing. So until you figure that out, we can always help you get to the next step. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, definitely. Okay, amazing.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you showing up. Every day we're here to help each other out. So whatever we could do to help you get one step closer to, I guess, your goals, it's a win for us.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I just add the follow-up question for your community, which I'm interested in as well. Like, it's a good platform, a community where everybody is into real estate and is really focused on that. Do you have conditions or something for getting inside?
Like a contract? No, no contract. Obligated to work with us or for us. Everything here is at your own pace. You work however you want. You ask the questions, whatever you need to do. We are just an open platform. When we say open platform, we're saying like come as you come, however you are, new, experienced, whether it like doesn't matter what it is. We just want our community to be open for anybody to come in there to get the help they need or to help people who need. So you'll have people who are involved in our community that actually will want to help you, and then you work with them. And then, for example, you come to me and I'm helping you. So this community is just, it's just a bunch of people. But yes, to answer your other question, it is everything to do with real estate, but we do talk about your everyday life too, because we're all human, right? So the conversations don't always stick around to do with real estate. We can always have conversations just talking about other stuff too, but our main goal here is to help people understand how they can get into real estate with little to no money of theirs, not having to worry about the credit issue. You being out of Germany, it's different. It's just like us as Canadians investing in Canada, what the processes are, what we can do, what we can't do, what we need help with, getting your business, your entity started. So these are all things that we are able to help you with. And that's what you get from this community. You are not tied to anything. There's no contract. This is at your pace. You just hop on whenever you want. We're always constantly posting daily education, random videos, and weekly Zoom calls. Okay.
Yes, and you are the founder of the
There are three people involved that put this together. Myself, Minnie, and Jameer. We are three who actually met through just social media and through people, through the community of SubTo, Gator, it's just everything to do with a similar community. This is how we met. We don't know each other outside of it. We've never met each other in person. This is just through friends of friends, word of mouth, that kind of stuff. We put this together. We all had the same intentions, the same goal, the same vision. And without having to force it, this just came to us naturally. And we just said, we're going full force. And this is why we're trying to invest our time into this community. And we want to pour our stuff that we know into you guys and to everybody else who can benefit from this.
Oh, okay. Sounds amazing. Thank you for answers.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, you guys have my Mike. I know you don't have Blink, right? So I would just suggest you to get your Blink account super easy, and it's gonna help you dramatically when you go on Zoom call because we actually met on school group, and when I on to real estate, and today is like capital fundraising, so it's kind of like we could use it in real estate, right? So that's how we network, right? And I'm so glad to have met both of you. And you guys now have my Blink, so feel free to like I have a Telegram group as well, full of newbies and seasoned investors and realize I have a lot of free resources in it as well. So when we're not doing Zoom, feel free to message me either on my IG Turn Cash to Growth, or you now have my WhatsApp, so you can also personally WhatsApp me. And if you have specific questions, more high level questions, then I will refer you to Sergio. Then we're gonna have calls on Friday, every Friday, 7 p.m. And until we fully roll out our courses, then whatever questions you have between now and then, feel free to shoot out us a message. And we're here for you. And I'm not charging you anything, I promise. I'm not trying to sell you a course, I promise. And Mike, we can if you wanted to invest in the US, we can do it baby steps. Joe, so just I understand you're in Germany, so it's kind of far away. And I do understand the mindset that, hey, I'm away from US. How do I do it? We can slowly guide you through in a comfortable pace where you understand how it works. So you don't have to force yourself to do anything right now. Don't look into like forming an just get if you're into Pace program, he has a lot of videos. So go onto YouTube, dig into it and see like Studio's avatar, right? You wanna maybe start going there first and then understand different like wholesaling or if you just want to invest your money, if you're a non-accredited investor, what you can do sweat like Ella as like a GP doesn't necessarily have to put in actual money, but like let's say you found a deal in I don't know Germany, then if it's a really great deal, I'm pretty sure SubTo community would be interested too because they invest all over the world. So Yeah, we can take baby steps. Just don't force yourself. Take your time to learn, but don't overwhelm yourself with over analysis as well.
If you want me really quickly to give you a suggestion on some homework, I would highly recommend you to actually go on Pace's YouTube channel, which is free and available to everybody, and just watch videos. And by watching those videos, take notes. I want you to take notes because the next time you come on our call, I want you to have questions for us so that we're able to answer. Because just because these videos are to the public, you still are going to have questions. Believe me, because that is why he has a paid community, because he doesn't give you all the information that is going to get the answers to your questions. So that's my suggestion, is just dive deep into the YouTube videos, watch as many as you can, just kind of, yeah, time there and just create yourself some questions so that the next time we come on to Zoom, you have a whole bunch of questions that I'm able to help you understand a lot easier.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
proactive and productive in learning.
Also, just really quick, because I have a few minutes before I hop on another business meeting here. Ella, is there any questions that you had for me before I kind of stepped
I
up?
got a lot of questions, but I think none of them are pressing. So I think I'll follow up with you over WhatsApp if that's okay.
I'm just gonna give you a heads up because I have to
Yeah.
tell this to everybody. Many will, many will. I'm not ever trying to leave anybody on red or ignored. I will show you my calendar if I have to. Extremely busy. And the reason why we started this community and I have started to lean more on Minnie and Jameer is because they're trying to help me offload so much of what's on my plate. So if you do message, maybe
Okay.
message Minnie. And if it's something that
Okay.
she can't help you out with, she will reach out
Yeah.
to me, or she'll have you reach out to me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I could even maybe get you on a call with me so that we could actually do a one-on-one. So like that's more personal, like that we can spend exactly the time that we need. And I'm sure I can maybe answer as many questions as I can there. But yeah, I just don't want you to message me on WhatsApp and then 2 days go by and you're kind of like,
I won't take it personally. No, I
yeah,
got it. Yeah, no, my questions in general are like, I really wasn't sure if I should like there's that I'm looking at acquiring here in St. Lucia, and I wasn't sure if I should fundraise for them all at once or individually, and I decided to go individually. So
good.
good. Okay, thanks. Basically what the question was.
Yeah.
I've never done this before and I
One
know,
at
yeah, okay. Thanks.
You will dig
Yeah.
yourself a hole that you can't get out of after, and then good luck with that. It's better just to do one at a time. Do it properly, and then like this, you build yourself a portfolio.
Yeah, okay.
And number two, because fundraising, you require reputation. You don't want to mess with everything at once.
True. Yes, very true.
Ella, let me say something because you seem like you got a lot of stuff on the go. I'm honestly kind of intrigued because I actually am thinking about investing outside of the States.
Well,
And
you've come to the right
I
place.
I will tell you something. I never thought about where you are. My head was going more towards Costa Rica and Mexico, but I'm kind of interested. So maybe if you have like an Excel or just something that you're able to send me, present it to me as if I'm your buyer, and let
Okay.
me see if I'm able to maybe partner on with you and do something together.
Okay.
Especially because you're there. That's where I'm like kind of when someone is wanting to invest in their backyard. That
Yeah.
helps the investor a lot. Believe me, it
Yeah.
means a lot more than the numbers. So yeah, just send them over to me on whatever ones that you're really trying to pursue. Don't send them all, just the ones. Let me see if I'm able to help you with it. Regardless, even if I can't, I have somebody that will.
Okay. They might then kind of slowly have
That's okay.
really been working on getting this one together, and I just
Yeah.
got it done today. So yeah, I'll probably up with probably 3 or 4 more of these in April, and I can send those
Sure.
over kind of as.
Yeah, just over. It's good to have a pipeline. Sergio has to go, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let go.
Thank you
I'll
again.
stop
I
here.
appreciate you guys showing up today. I know it was a little bit quieter, but again, I was already expecting it because of what Pace has got going on. But just follow me on social media. I will definitely be posting everything on Instagram. That's my main page. So do follow me on there. Follow Minnie for any updates, any changes. Feel free to message me on Instagram. That's mainly where I will answer any questions over WhatsApp. All right, guys.
Okay.
Again, I really appreciate you guys showing up
Right.
today, and we'll talk soon. All right, Minnie, thanks.
Thanks.